Your Federation colleagues have engineered mass arrests to pressure me into releasing you.
I'm sure you've misunderstood.
They're working with the police. He's seen it with his own eyes.
All they want is to get me back safely.
I'm not releasing you. I need you here.
To find a way to reverse the effects of the dimensional shift? I can do that right now. Stop using it.
Please welcome Gates McFadden. You've cut your wonderful hair off.
Oh, I know, but I've had so many wonderful wigs that actually one doesn't know which is my hair.
Well, when we were showing that, we just showed a little clip just to remind people of your work in that in Star Trek. And under that wig, that's when you had a lot of hair. You said you wore wigs, but your hair actually came down to your waist.
Came down to about here, yeah.
And
well, I just cut it again. Yeah, it grows pretty fast.
Gee, really?
Yeah.
It does?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Doesn't yours?
No, I've tried to grow it down this far, but it's not a good look for me on telly, I'm afraid. Now, this is your third time out to Australia, is it?
Right.
First time in Melbourne?
Right, and I'm supposed to do an act for Red Faces, is that what?
Yes, if you don't mind, we'd like a little tap from you. Because you can tap.
That's true, that's true.
Because I find a lot of the actors on Star Trek have wonderful backgrounds in theatre. Yours is a theatrical background.
That's right, theatre.
But it's also writing and directing. You also do sculpting and you do all sorts of things.
I spin plates, I do things
You
like
do
that.
all of that?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask you if you could tell us one thing that I'm dying to know. What is, because you're out here for this holodiction convention.
Right.
What is a holodiction?
Well, holodiction is, it's a convention. I don't know exactly what it is here in Australia, but the holodeck is where you create all sorts of environments on the ship, you see. So I think there's a little bit of holodiction. We're doing, I'm doing some appearances in Adelaide and in Melbourne and Sydney. And I'm also trying to raise money for Doctors Without Borders, which is one of my causes. Les Médecins Sans Frontières, if you're French.
Ooh, oui.
And I happen to have the number with me that you can contact to find out. It's 1-800 67-1701. It's going to be a gathering of people who are Star Trek fans, and I do a Q&A and sign autographs, things like that.
Right.
And do tap dancing, any number of things.
What sort of questions do people come up with for you?
What position do I like in footy? Things like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You get a wide gamut of things.
Yeah.
And what's the opening voiceover again on Star Trek again? How does that go?
No, that's not our theme song. That's the first one.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I thought to go where no man has
Space.
ever gone before.
No,
right.
but this one is there's a British accent.
It's like mum's side of the bed.
Yes. Space, the final frontier.
Space, right. Yeah, I've got a bit of that between my ears. I do apologise.
Oh, that's all right.
I thought you were going to lead into Star Wars there. I thought, no, you're on the wrong holodeck there, you old
right.
Dickie. Yeah. That's Dickie Nee, by the way.
How you doing?
Hi, Dickie.
Gates, it's an unusual name, Gates. It's not. Is Gates were you christened Gates?
Yes.
You were.
I was. It's my middle name at birth.
Oh, I see. So what's your first name?
Well, now why do you say? Oh, I see. I mean, it's
just an unusual. I've never met a girl named Gates before.
Oh, well, not Pearly Gates.
No, I've never met a girl named Gates or Fence.
Heavenly.
Or backyard or shed or.
I knew a girl called Gates. She was always swinging. No, right, okay.
Exactly. No, it just is a family name.
A family name, and did your mother and father pick that name for any special reason?
Undoubtedly, but...
Oh, they didn't tell you?
They didn't tell me, no.
Right, okay. Well, back to Star Trek. You've just directed an episode, haven't you?
Actually, it was a while ago. We are not doing the series anymore in the States. We are just doing the movies.
Yeah.
We've just done our third movie. I did direct an episode called Genesis, and that was, I think, my favourite time during the whole 7 years we were shooting. It was really, really wonderful.
Was it easier because you knew all of the other actors so well?
Of course. And also we knew the sets, and so you got to do things that I had been always in sick bay, and I finally got to use that set the way I wanted to. Usually other people, they'll come in and they'll have you do this and that and the other thing, but I really wanted to use... I had always had these jars of colored water, and no one had ever used them, and they were just there. And so I had somebody using those, for example, and that was sort of an in-joke.
You've got more freedom for that. What about, now, the movie? Are you in the movie itself?
It's called Insurrection, and it's...
I'm not going to ask you what an insurrection is. We're still working on Holodiction.
Yes, well, no, it's a civil uprising, and it's a wonderful cast. The guest stars are quite an extraordinary group of people with a lot of theater backgrounds. Donna Murphy and F. Murray Abraham, who also was Amadeus. Anthony Zerba.
Right.
It's a very Star Trek movie, and the captain makes eyes at another woman, and it's very hard because, you see, I really have a thing for the captain.
Oh, a crushed crusher.
Yes.
Oh, how awful.
I know, it is.
We have a little clip from Insurrection, which is opening, ironically, it's opening on the last day of the year, I believe. It's, I think,
really?
New Year's Eve, if I'm correct. It's opening, and here is a little clip from Insurrection.
Who the hell are we to determine the next course of evolution for this people?
I'm acting on orders from the Federation Council.
And the only hope for its survival.
If a court-martial is the only way to tell the Federation what is happening here, I welcome it, Admiral.
Is for one captain and his crew to commit an act of treason.
Lock and load. Send down an assault team and take them by force.
Let's move these people out!
The Federation ship has been disabled.
Eliminate them.
Captain, fire.
It's opening soon. Is it in the States?
Yeah.
Plenty of action there. And, well, Captain Picard's at the crossroads of his life, isn't
That's
he?
right, that's right. It'll be opening around December in the States.
And, so pretty close to when it's opening out here.
Yep, indeed.
Well, we wish you luck with the movie, with because now it's finished. You're back in theatre, more full time in theatre.
Actually, yes. I did a play, and we're hoping that it's a new John Peelmeyer play, the fellow who wrote Agnes of God, called Voices in the Dark, a murder mystery, and we're hoping that it'll be in New York next year.
Oh, wonderful! You also did Emerald City, did you?
Yes, I did.
David Williamson play.
Oh, it was such a wonderful, wonderful play. He's an amazing writer, and that's why I've always wanted to come to Melbourne, and I'm here.
Well, because the difference between Sydney and Melbourne is the plot. So, we're nice to have you here. Sorry, it's only going to be so short because you're off to Adelaide tomorrow, and then you're back to Melbourne, and then you're back home or whatever.
And been in Sydney.
Sydney, and then back home.
Right.
Well, thank you, Gates, for being with us on Hey
Thank you all.
and good luck with the movie.
Thank you very
much. Gates
McFadden.